to connect and all that. I can't believe you were in fucking Bumfights, dude.
I even fought Kimbo Slice.
You did not fight Kimbo Slice.
You know what? It was entertainment, like just for entertainment purposes. That dude broke my fucking bell, bro.
Kimbo Slice?
Yeah. He died a week later from cardiac embolism.
Oh, so this was recently.
A couple years ago. I went to his funeral.
I thought he died in Miami. Or no?
Yeah, right here. They buried him in Inglewood Cemetery.
What's that?
Charger, if you need a charger.
Oh, no, I got it.
Oh, it's got a speaker too. It's badass.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
So yeah, you can. This is I just met this guy named SYCO. This dude was in the original, right? Tell him your story, dude. You're a good fucking talker, dude.
Original Bumfights.
Original Bumfights. SYCO. Who did you fight? Did you fight Rufus?
My brother's first fight was Rufus. The fight of my life.
Was that on the first video? I can't remember, dude. It's been so long.
That was in season 1.
Yeah.
It was under Santa Monica Bridge.
Oh shit.
Rufus was untouchable until I got there.
Oh shit. And you beat him. You beat him in that first.
Yep. Bling Bling in season 2. Gave the fight of my life. Not going 2 teeth out right here.
Let me see. And you still haven't got your teeth back? Shit.
Bling Bling did that to me.
Bling Bling? What happened to Bling Bling?
He's still here. He's on fucking downtown 7th San Juan smoking crack.
And Rufus?
Rufus passed away.
He cleaned up though, right? For a little bit?
His life up. He's coming back from San Diego to see his son. And got T-boned by a big rig.
Damn. And what about you?
Me?
Yeah, what happened ever since you were like in that Bumfights? Was that good for you or was it bad for you in your life?
It gave me fame. For a minute. I was a celebrity. I'm famous.
Yeah. You were famous for a bit, so you get recognized everywhere you went?
A lot of people know me.
That's crazy, man. I was talking to you for all this time. I didn't know you were the guy from Bumfights. I would have never recognized you.
And I come out in 2 DVDs.
So what happened to the guys that, remember the company In Decline? That was the guys that made it, right?
They're the ones that got sued.
Did you sue them or who sued them? The government?
Rufus did.
Rufus sued them.
Rufus did. It was for inhumane, I forget what it was, letting us fight for crack or for beer, and a lot of us get hurt. I was known as an intersection fighter. The best way to get the most views?
Yeah.
Get in the middle of the fucking traffic and stop traffic. I've been hit by so many cars fighting.
So you guys would fight in the middle of the street?
I would, to get more views.
Really?
I've been hit by so many cars, so many trucks.
So what, did those guys pay you? Did they fucking rip you off or what?
They would pay us with beer, bling bling, they would give them crack.
Oh shit. They were kids themselves, right? The guys that made it? The guys that made it, they were just like young kids trying to make videos too, right?
See, Bumfights started out just to be like a little comedy at first. It was supposed to be a little funny thing at first.
Yeah.
It blew up out of proportion way. And it became a hit for years.
Yeah.
So at the end, Rufus finally sued. And everybody that was in the beginning from season 1, we reported a lawsuit. I got $1.4 million.
What?
Myself. Rufus got 2. He got the most. He got.
No way, man. You did not get $1.4 million.
Not only that, we get 2 cases of vodka for the rest of our lives.
From who?
We were paid by YouTube with alcohol.
By YouTube?
Yeah, that's who it was all through.
What happened to that fucking money, dude?
I blew it.
Really?
Drunk and I buy boats and I sink them. We're drunk, man.
Damn, that must have been crazy, dude. So they gave it to you all in one check, like here's $1.4 million. But who paid the $1.4 million?
YouTube.
YouTube paid it?
Yep, because it was a YouTube channel.
Really?
Yep.
I thought they had like their own website or something, huh?
They did, but the channel was streamed through YouTube.
So the government made you two pay for allowing that thing on there or something? That sounds awkward.
The government. It was
It was like a private lawsuit.
yeah, it was a private lawsuit. Yeah.
So you're just telling me you made $1.4 million.
That's it.
And you had that in your hands. At what age? How old are you then?
That's just recently.
No way.
Yeah, it was like 5 years ago.
5 years ago you got that?
5 years ago. That money didn't last me 2 years.
Fuck, dude. Well, 2 years?
I don't remember spending one penny of that money.
Are you serious, man?
Obviously serious. Rufus?
Yeah.
He had one of the biggest houses right up here in Santa Monica.
Yeah. So he just spent all his money as soon as he got
He
it?
lived by a trash can. We had all that money, and we still lived the bum life. We love it.
Yo, what's up, Trap Lord? This is SYCO, dude. He was in the original Bumfights, dude. You guys might recognize him. He fought Rufus. This guy is was telling me his whole life story. It's pretty crazy. Damn.
Bumfights.com.
There's bad fucking service here, dude. So
I know, because of wind.
live is tougher than recording, you know? Let's see. You guys, what else can you tell me about the bum fight experience, dude? So what did Rufus do with all that money, dude?
Rufus got his life together. Like, you know how he cleaned
That's
up.
how he cleaned up with all that
You know,
money?
He gave a lot. He bought his kids a house, and he bought himself a house. Came back.
And then he ended up
He
dying.
ended up dying.
Was he clean when he died?
He was.
Oh, shit.
He's the only person that.
Yeah, I remember seeing that online and thinking it was real
was in
sad.
the
His
news.
story was super sad.
That was my brother. He was in the newspaper. Big article on us when he died.
Oh, shit. What about Bling Bling?
Bling Bling's downtown smoking crack still.
He got some money too?
Huh?
He got money too?
Dude, he got so much money. That dude is ridiculously tough.
Oh, shit, man.
Bling
That's
Bling
crazy
gave me
running
the
into
fight,
it.
the most hardest fight of my entire life was Bling Bling.
So you also fought Kimbo Slice? Tell me about that.
That was just an entertainment fight.
Uh-huh.
It was after he retired from the fucking MMA,
Yeah.
and I finished fucking Bumfights. So we wanted to put together ex-MMA fighter against ex-bum fighters. It's just entertainment versus. So I'm thinking, you know, we had made arrangements in the beginning of advance. So I ride up to him. I'm thinking ahead the whole week how I'm going to do something. I'm going to roll up. What's up? As soon as I got there, I said, what's up? Boom! Dude, rung my fucking bell.
Oh, yeah?
You know he
Gave you a full
yeah,
punch?
I said, the fuck?
Or did he give you like a light tap or something? He's a big ass guy.
That
right?
light tap ain't no light tap. You seen his video? He knocked that dude's eye
Yeah.
out.
Oh, yeah. I always wonder what happened to that guy's eye, man. He had to
let
have
it
lost
go.
that eye.
They cut it out.
Oh, my God.
His workout videos,
Yeah.
he's got full-size refrigerators all over his yard. He just smashed them to a pulp. Imagine what that does to your head.
So what happened with you and Kimbo, dude? How did the fight go?
Fight. And after fucking was all said and done,
Yeah.
see, in the video,
Yeah.
they say I knocked him out. It looks like I did, but I didn't.
You did not knock out
I
fucking
didn't.
Kimbo's
I
life.
did not. I caught a lucky one, and he stumbled. So, like, because he's heavy. He didn't get knocked out.
So this was a legit fight, dude.
No, it wasn't a fight. It was an entertainment
Oh,
fight.
okay. Entertainment.
So, after that, he took me out to go eat barbecue, his favorite. He loved barbecue.
This was after he retired from the UFC and
That was
everything?
after the fight right there, right before he died.
And he died how long after, bro?
About maybe 2.5. He was sick already when we went to the fight.
What did he have? He had a kidney disease?
He had cardiac embolism. That means he had too much fat around the heart. It squeezed his heart closed. He ate a lot of food, a lot of barbecue.
Yeah.
But he took me out to eat the barbecue right up here, in fact.
Over on Lincoln?
Yep. We went out to eat, and I met his daughter. His daughter's a fighter, too. She's awesome. And 2 weeks later, he died.
Didn't the other guy he fought, Dada 5000, die too, right? They were both big
one?
ass. Dada 5000,
Yeah.
right? That big ass guy.
Yep.
He fought Kimbo.
Yep.
And he also had heart issues too because they were so big and
Yep.
they ate so much. Dude. Crazy, dude. All right, what else can you tell me about your life, dude? You got a crazy story, so.
Not crazy. It's just like.
You want to sit down or something?
No, I'm cool. I'm big pimpin', man. Nothing wrong.
How'd you get this cane?
I really don't need it. I feel like a pimp, you know?
Oh, just for pimp and protection? Pimping and protection?
I get off on it sometimes.
Okay.
But,
So you grew up in Venice, Santa Monica?
born and raised, yeah.
And how was that? In what decade? What years?
1959.
Well, you were born in 59?
4/20/59.
So you were still around when they had like the Venice Beach Pier and all that, the Dogtown where they were surfing.
That was my era right there.
Yeah.
This symbol right here,
Yeah.
this is Louis Vuitton. That's the
Which
original.
one?
Huh?
What symbol?
You know the Louis Vuitton?
Yeah, huh?
You see the Louis Vuitton symbol?
Okay.
And then it says Venice Life. This right here is
Okay.
a Dogtown. My homeboy, he's a major skater. He works for Globe. He skates for everybody. He's a famous skater out here.
He did that for you, when you were locked up or out here?
No, but this is his symbol.
Oh,
This
okay.
is his company logo.
For Globe.
No,
Yeah, there's a
for
lot of skater companies came up out of here.
But
Remember those Martinez, Alva, all those guys?
This is the
Dogtown, all that shit. That's where it all originated, bro.
Yep.
Were you ever into skating and all that, or
Way
surfing?
back in the day, I surfed like hell.
Or what was popular back then? Like,
My
I guess
man-
when you were like a teenager, what was it, in the 70s?
Surfing. I surf in the North Shore in Hawaii. I surf Pipeline, Sunset, Olivo, Waimea.
Okay. So surfing was big.
You know my buddy? I just ran into him yesterday. He's a lifeguard right now over in Venice. He's a drunk bum out here too. He just got fucking stung by a fucking stingray. The one that killed the croc hunter. You know what it's right in the
Yeah,
heart?
the one that went through his heart. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, one just got him in Venice, and I didn't even know they had there. Hit him right in the leg. His whole leg is eaten up.
Yeah.
And it got him trying to.
He got infected or something?
Huh?
Did he get infected?
It's bad. And his arm is all messed up. He was trying to kill him.
They want to know what part of Bumfights were you in?
Huh?
What part of Bumfights was he in?
Me?
Yeah.
Seasons 1 and 2.
Season 1 and 2?
Yeah.
You fought Rufus and Bling Bling.
Rufus was the first one under Santa Monica Bridge.
That was under the pier?
Yeah, under the pier.
What year was that in?
That was 5-6 years ago, I believe.
Under the pier?
Yep.
No, that was a long time ago, man. Bumfights?
Maybe I'm losing track of time.
So what happened? Do you know a guy named Randy in East LA?
Yes, I do.
Says Michelle Renee Art. You know Randy in East LA? He probably knows a lot of Randys. What Randy in East LA? Maybe, hey, people probably know you, man. If you were in the Bumfights, I'm sure people are recognizing
I
you.
know everybody.
So growing up, how'd you start going on the off-beaten path? Like, where did your life change and shit?
I'm on the wrong beaten path.
Well, you
Spent
know,
my life.
You got locked up.
My whole entire life.
yeah,
I never went off path. I've been on this path my whole entire life.
since you were a kid.
I'm still a kid. What are you talking about?
But do you think like when you were in junior high school,
Never.
you started drinking back then and partying maybe?
I went far as the 6th grade.
6th grade? You were
That's
drinking
it.
in 6th grade?
No. I never. That's the last grade I went to. I never went to.
Oh, you dropped out in 6th grade?
No. Never went to high school. Nothing.
Shit. So how'd you survive? Did you just start working
Street smart.
in high school?
Street smart.
You got in trouble with the law? Did you
learn
get to
hustle
juvie?
Really quick. Yes, I did.
You went straight to juvie?
Went to juvie.
And how was that? How was the...
That is gladiator school like you would not believe. Because you got all these youngins, and they're trying to make a name for themselves. And they're with it.
But you were young too, right? But
I was young too.
if you go in there young, there's probably the older guys there.
They got the part where you get up there for up to 25 years old. And then you go to...
In juvie?
Yep. Then right from 25, they take you straight to prison.
Oh shit! All the way to 25. Those are
Yeah.
grown ass men to be having with
Yep.
fucking little kids.
Yep.
See, have you ever lived on Skid Row? They say.
Yes, I have.
Yeah. How was that? People here the viewers here have an infatuation with Skid Row for some reason.
7th San Julian.
What does that mean?
That's downtown.
Oh, 7th and what?
7th and San Julian.
Oh, San Julian? That's the heart of Skid Row? That shit is so big now, dude. It's everywhere.
Check it out. It's the most deadliest place out there.
Yeah.
It's all about
It looks like fucking third world country.
It's crazy.
Worse.
It's crazy.
What's the worst shit you've seen out there?
Waking up early in the morning, there was 2 bodies laying in the middle right behind fucking the VOA. It was laying in the middle of the street for almost 4.5 hours before the cops even did that. Just laying there.
2 bodies?
Drug deal gone bad.
Stabbed?
Shot.
Shot?
And these bodies are laying in the middle of the street.
And people
all this traffic passing by.
And people don't pay attention? People are so fucking jacked up on drugs that they don't give a shit. Yeah, I always wondered if there was like kind of a community out there, if the people kind of survive by helping each other out, or if people are just dog eat dog, you know, like wild savages.
Everybody got hustles out there. They sell cigarettes, the singles.
Yeah.
That's the most killing right there. They sell it by the singles. They get 75 cents for 1 cigarette. You get $7 for a pack. And they got connections with the store. They discount all day long. They're hustling these cigarettes. Got wads of money just off of cigarettes. Then they got these cats selling fucking booze on one block. They got cats selling fucking pills on the other block. They got pimps hooking up these bitches.
So there's gangs controlling out, right? Everyone controls their little area, right? Someone's making a ton of money though. That's what I always wonder. Like,
all making money. They make so much money.
But there's got to be someone that's like not homeless that controls all that shit, or do you think it's controlled by itself by the same people that live in there?
All the homeless people.
They control. They're making the money.
They run that town.
So it's like their own economy and shit, like trading and passing drugs hand to hand. Because when you need that shit, you're gonna pay whatever. You right? Yeah. Ask them what happened to Rufus and Donnie. You already said that, right? Rufus passed away. You can look it up on YouTube. And Donnie, who's Donnie?
He was in season 2.
Season 2?
Yeah.
Do you know anything about him, or?
No, I never had a chance to fight that guy or meet him.
No. Do you regret being on Bumfights, or?
Not at all.
Oh,
There's
no?
nothing in life that I do regret.
Okay. That's cool, man. So what else, dude? Tell me, you want to tell me about your other stories, or you want to keep those a little more private?
No, but we can take a rain check.
Rain check?
For tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll come back another time.
Next episode of SYCO's Life.
SYCO's Life, yeah. This guy's had a psychotic life, dude. A crazy life, man. I didn't know you were on, but all this time we were talking for that hour or whatever, I didn't know you were on Bumfights, dude. I never recognized you.
I started doing my own website. It's called Bus Stop Brawls.
Bus Stop Brawls?
But I couldn't get one. I needed one last sponsor. You know, it's just like Bumfights, but it's nothing but fights at bus stops. I mean, I've been in some bomb-ass fights at bus stops.
Oh, yeah?
I've seen some badass fights at bus stops.
So you like fighting, huh?
I don't like fighting. I love it. I love it. It's better than sex.
Oh, yeah? So you grew up fighting, huh? You were a badass when you were young?
Badass.
I bet. Did you ever train any martial arts or anything, or you were just like a street fighter,
funny.
just
I had my
boxer?
hands registered. I used to
What?
train right here. Stealing Kickboxing Club.
Yeah.
Right up here by the beach. Stealing Kickboxing Club. Well, I have my hands registered. You know, you can't play outside the ring. I'm leaving the club one day. I go in the back of the alley, and I get into it with this dude.
Yeah.
Now my trainer didn't see me fight, but he saw me standing over him. He's on the ground. They peeled my fucking rights to any club out here. That's how I had to go underground. My hands are registered. I can't fight outside the ring.
Those are registered weapons right there, bro.
But I didn't get physically caught, but this guy's laying on the ground. I'm standing over him. That was the end of my professional career.
Did you ever fight anybody like outside of? I mean, as far as like your amateur fight, yeah.
I fought
inside when you were locked up.
Oh yeah, you know Danny Trejo.
You didn't fight Danny Trejo.
Check it out. No.
Machete?
No, yeah. Check it out.
He was a boxer.
Listen, I just Facebooked him.
Uh-huh.
I Facebook all the time. I know him really well. In 1979, we
Yeah.
were in the same boxing club, and we used to spar together.
Yeah. Yeah, he was a high-level boxer, right?
Yeah.
Was he one of the baddest?
I used
Or
to-
I don't know if he was just talking.
I
He
used to
talks
spar-
like he was a badass, so I don't
He's
know.
a badass. I
Yeah.
sparred with him all the time.
So you think he was a
just
better
finished
boxer
going to
than
his
you?
house over there in Malibu. I just FaceTimed him yesterday.
Yeah, I was surprised to learn that he's like in his 70s now, dude. He's like
Yep.
70 years old
Yep.
and shit.
I'm surprised he remembered me.
You think you're too old to do the bus stop fights?
I'm too old to fight.
Yeah.
I'm not too old to produce it.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to do stuff like that now, though, because they're really regulating like
Yeah,
YouTube.
see, that's why you gotta.
Well, look what happened to the producers. They got sued, right?
Yeah, but that's why the sponsorships are important. You have to have property sponsorship. You have to have medical sponsors. You have to have.
Yeah, the waivers and all
You
that.
have to all different sponsors.
Actually, I've seen a lot of fights. There's people that fight like a little amateur fight league that fights in the LA River, I think.
used to
They
have
just fight in the river.
They used to have the backyard fights, or
Yeah.
bounty fights.
Yeah, and they have a guy that does like backyard beefs or something. It's a real big channel now.
Yeah.
Hey, maybe you should fucking sign up and go fight somebody.
Hey,
What do you think? Are you too old for it?
name the place, name the time.
Oh, shit.
Get my ass kicked asking. But I'll go in that motherfucking ring.
Wow, man. I gotta
I'm
go.
still the champ.
I gotta go look up your fucking videos, man. I haven't watched the Bumfights in so long. Those are classic, dude. You're like a celebrity, man. Everyone here remembers you.
But I do have to sit down.
You gotta sit down? All right, bro. Well, thanks for the interview, man.
Thank you, channel. The SYCO Live. Stay tuned for tomorrow's next episode of SYCO Gone Wild.
The Psycho Life. All right, man. I'll come back. I'm around here, dude. I'll come back and we'll do some interviews.
Tomorrow I'm going to Jarvis first thing in the morning.
No, just I won't fucking pester you, dude. But
No, I have no problem doing this.
I'll try to bring a GoPro,
What's that?
a good camera, like this cell phone camera. This is just for like
I'm gonna
live
have to get a
stream.
good comb.
Then we'll talk about the other stuff you were telling me if you want to, you know.
Yeah, that's for tomorrow. Oh shit.
Hmm?
Oh hell no.
Your bill spilled out. Spilled out.
I got a hole in it.
Damn. Small world, dude.
Yeah.
I was talking to this guy. I was playing basketball here, just fucking shooting around, bullshitting. And then we were talking for like an hour or something, right? Just about life and your life. And then he tells me he's the guy from fucking Bumfights, dude.
Oh.
I'm talking to them, man.
Oh, you still on?
Yeah, we're still on. I keep it on, you know. Just,
So people know me?
yeah, people know you. Fuck yeah. Bumfights, dude. Everybody knows about Bumfights. That's like the
I know me
original
personally.
viral thing. Oh, personally, I don't think so.
There's a lot of people.
There's not that many people watching, you know.
No, but there's a lot of people that know me. I got history.
But the video I'll leave up, and then maybe on the recording, people will look at it and they'll recognize you.
And I'm also known for dancing.
Yeah.
I got my partner. He does pop locking thing, and I do hip hop dance.
Oh yeah.
That's what I look like.
That's what you look like, man. Handsome.
Damn, I'm an ugly ass motherfucker. I'm pugly motherfucker. I'm not ugly, I'm pugly. Yeah. Damn.
How old are you?
I'm gonna be 61 in April.
61. Yeah, you look good for 61, man.
Doing a lot of
And drinking. How many years have you been drinking out of those 61?
I drank my first drink in a bottle. My mom gave me some of my fucking bottle.
The baby
That's what I
bottle?
fucking look like.
You're looking good, man, from all the shit you've gone through and, you know, the condition and everything.
You know, I look old, man.
Hey, that's the one thing we can't fight is aging, bro. Right?
Try to.
No. Shit, I remember like fucking, it seems like 2 weeks ago, I used to look young as fuck, you know? I know more.
You know, the street life and just the weather, and if you eat properly, I kept my youth for fucking, because I've been locked up so long. It preserves you.
All right, man. Let's see if they say.
What is that words on there?
People are typing. This was.
Is that what it is? What is it saying?
Glad you're on early. Awesome.
Put a bag on. Put a bag on your
So
baby.
Clout Gangster, this guy's I'll knock this chavala out, Holmes. Like,
Bring it. Bring it. A la Park.
I had a friend who
No,
had
no,
Bumfights
later.
on VHS. See, everybody had that. Ugly vato.
I am. I agree. I'm not ugly. I'm fugly.
Yeah, people just type shit. They talk a lot of shit.
That's all right. It comes with the game.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm okay with it. Motherfuckers ain't saying to my face.
Yep. We're gonna set up a fucking IP2 Bumfights. So yeah. Oh, this community that I stream for, that's kind of like they have an event called a UFC, like a bootleg UFC event fighting.
Is that right?
I wonder if they're gonna do it again, part 3. Maybe we'll get you to fight somebody.
I've never even heard of that one.
Yeah, it's new. You wouldn't have heard of it. It's all live streaming. You know, live streaming. It's
I'm
like
down, but
YouTube. You'd be a good candidate for UFC X3, bro. You'd be the ultimate. You'd be the main event, dude. We'll have you fight. Who could you fight?
hopefully somebody in a wheelchair.
Nah, I think you could fucking probably handle a bunch of them, bro.
Of course I can. Get me drunk enough. Get me drunk enough. Get that
These guys aren't
drunk.
fighters, bro. That's why they fight, because it's funny. You know?
Me too. I'm not
These
a
aren't
fighter.
trained
I'm a
fighters.
lover. I'll love to knock you out.
You could probably fight this guy named Casey. He's probably about your age. Casey.
Bring it.
Yeah. One-on-one. He's a rich fuck, too, so he's really arrogant, you know? We don't like rich fucks around here.
Dude, I am fucking ugly.
Ah, you're looking good, dude.
What's in the back of my head?
Didn't you get a settlement? They know about your fucking settlement, bro. Yeah, tell them about your settlement before I go.
Me?
Oh, yeah. See?
$1.4 million and 2 cases of vodka for the rest of my life. Every month.
And what happened at $1.4 million? Dude, you blew it all on hookers.
Drink it
and beer?
away.
Drinking? You cannot drink $1.4 million.
I buy both that I sink because I'm a drunk. Buying hookers.
These must
Well,
have been
not hookers. They're
escorts?
free-spirited women.
These must have been some really fucking high-class
I
women.
bought my mother a house.
Oh, you bought her a house?
Yes, I did.
Oh, that's good.
And what
That's
else?
the best thing you could have done is buy
Yep.
some property. For
My
sure.
mother.
So Rufus bought a house in Venice too?
Yeah, in Santa Monica.
He got more than you?
Yeah, he got the most.
And he was living out there?
He's the one that got the big ass,
Does this
Santa Monica, the big ass parking lot right there, the huge parking lot. If you look on the top of the hill, there's a basketball court way on the top.
Uh-huh.
That's where Arnold Schwarzenegger is up there.
Like those towers
No.
in Santa Monica by the beach, right?
Yeah, there's a big, huge parking lot, and it have a lot of times they have a lot of RVs over there.
So that's where he bought his house. So did
On
his
top of the hill,
Yeah.
it's the one with the fucking all glass house and the all glass fucking. It's a mansion. It's got the whole place is glass.
Well, that's good that Rufus
And
got
he
something
bought
out
the
of
house
it,
and he had not one single piece of furniture in there. He would never go there. He'd
Yeah.
always sleep by that dumpster right there.
He would still sleep on the street even though he
Yep.
bought a mansion?
Yep. Dude,
Wow.
It's called the bum life. We love it.
So he was addicted to the lifestyle,
Yes, we all are. I am too.
huh? Was he a big drinker too? Did he do any other shit? Or that you know of? Or
No,
he was
he's just like me. It's the most heaviest drinker there is.
just like a straight wino. Old school
But
winos.
you know what? I'm so proud of him because he actually quit drinking. He quit drinking.
Yeah, I remember seeing his story now, dude. It was sad because he cleaned up his life and then he died from. Out of everything he could have
T-bone.
died is
He
some
got
a fucking
T-boned.
accident.
He got
car
T-boned in
accident.
a freeway coming back from seeing his son. It is sad, man.
They said, of course, hookers. The hookers took you for $1 million?
No, close to it.
Hey, who wouldn't have done that though? Anyone else in your position would have probably
Exactly.
done the same, right?
You got to
You're living out here on these
you got
streets
to
all
eat
these
that
years,
pussy, man, to make you survive longer.
in and out of prison all that time, and living that crazy life, and then all of a sudden you get all that money. That's fucking crazy.
What about
dude.
Whitey Bulger?
What about that guy? What about that snitch?
He lived. Yeah.
He got beat to death with a fucking
Yeah,
sock
I know.
sock and a lock, right?
Hey, check it out. Do you know why they did that?
Yeah.
One of his victims, a long time ago, was in the same prison with him. He killed one of his family members.
Oh, okay.
And they got him. But check it out. He was hiding out here in Santa Monica the whole time.
Yeah.
I never even heard why Joel. I used to fucking walk by him every time at the Dollar Tree. Didn't know who the fuck he was.
Yeah, he's just like an old man.
The Whitey Bulger story.
Yeah, he had a lot of people killed, huh?
A lot.
Did he do anything himself, or he was one of those guys just called the shots, probably?
I think he did some of it.
When he was younger or something?
Yep. That, his girlfriend told on him. That's how he got busted.
Did he know the Indie Klein guys? Yeah, that's how he met them, bro. They're the ones that filmed the Bumfights that put it out.
Yeah.
Did you know them before, like, you fought,
No.
or they just kind of pulled up like this, kind of with the camera, and were like,
I was fishing.
"Hey, bro, just $20. You guys want to do a fight?"
Not even $20, less than that. Here, you want a beer? Like, for me, an alcoholic, I'm a beer. You want a beer? Go fight with a beer. Bling bling.
Yeah.
Want to fight for some crack?
That's it.
That's it.
There were some young white dudes, right? Some skater guys, some young white skater.
Bling
dudes?
bling. He's a brother. He's black.
Oh, he was.
He's a self-proclaimed rapper.
So Bling Bling's out in Skid Row, right?
Yep.
He's still.
He
ticking.
pulled his own tooth out for a piece of crack.
Oh yeah, I remember that now. Bling Bling. With the pliers, right?
With the pliers for a rock.
But did they talk about giving you rock or alcohol on video? No, right?
No, they'll let you know.
That wasn't in the Bumfight video, right? Like the payment.
No,
I skipped that.
No, they tell you aside, you're gonna fight for this. You want to fight for this? What you want to fight? It was never put on like that.
Okay.
But you know what? After season 2, it was already known.
Yeah. They would have bought Bitcoin. You have any Bitcoin?
What's that?
You don't know Bitcoin? It's like a digital currency
No.
that you can invest in.
Never heard that. I
They
want
still
some,
make
whatever it is.
content. Yeah, those guys are still around. They say Trapper says they're still around making content. The guys from In Decline.
Yeah. Well, he went to jail for a minute.
For that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's famous because he got on the Dr. Phil show.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
I think that shit was hilarious, dude.
Do you know I never actually met that dude?
That guy?
Huh?
Who?
The founder of it.
Oh yeah, that guy, the main guy.
Yeah.
So he was probably the guy that organized it and put it together and made the money off of it, the producer. And the other guys probably just got the footage and were his friends, probably.
I didn't know that dude was who he was until Rufus sued.
Oh, you know about the legal system, dude. There's a lady here that streams with us that supposedly she's in jail and has a $250,000 bond. What would that be?
Christina.
Dude? No. Her name is like Egypt Beauty.
Never heard that one.
Yeah.
$250,000 bond?
What would that be? That'd have to be something
With the
serious.
percentage of bond out?
I don't.
Bail out, you mean?
It was $250,000 is the rumor that that's what her bond is. To bail out her bail.
Well,
I
you
guess.
can go bad boys industry. You get 1%. You do 1%.
But what kind of crime? Everyone's wondering because she's an older lady.
You could.
She's not a criminal that we know, you know. So, and she's gone
That you
missing,
know of.
and everyone thinks that they pulled out paperwork saying that a lady with the same name and about the same age is locked up. So
You'd
we're
be
thinking like,
surprised. she could have been caught up in the wrong place, wrong time. Somebody fucking did her dirty, and she just got caught with it. You know.
you caught up, yeah.
But $250,000
Could have ran somebody over or something. You think?
or
Drugs.
that's a pretty serious one though.
That's a lot, right? I never
Yeah.
heard of $250,000 bills.
That's like it would be like in the manslaughter kind of or robbery, armed robbery.
Oh shit. Yeah, because she's gone missing, and that's the only information they know about her.
See, my bail was $2.5 million.
Oh, for manslaughter?
No, for the armed robberies.
Oh, for the armed robberies?
I did 7 armed robberies in 40 minutes in the neighborhood that I lived on the same street.
So you robbed your neighbors?
Hey, I hit liquor stores and gas stations. And do you remember that grocery store, Lucky's?
Lucky's, yeah.
I hit every single cash register, and they had that bolt in the back. I hit that. I got $38,000 in 40 minutes,
Oh shit.
and that's when they had the ATMs out in the back, outside.
Yeah.
As I was coming out, I see something really shiny on this old man. I was getting money out of the ATM. I was, ooh, shiny, shiny. So I said, give me your fucking watch. Not knowing it was a fucking presidential Rolex. And I take his car keys, and I can't find his car.
In that parking, the Lucky's right there on Venice, on Lincoln.
Yeah.
The one right there by Rose, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not there no more, though.
It's like a Ralph's now.
It's now, no, Whole Foods or something now.
Oh, that's where it was. Yeah. The Pick and Save used to be.
Yeah, yeah. But, so anyway.
Yeah, the area of Venice used to be real fucking shitty.
Yeah.
Right?
Still is. But, what I was saying? So I do all that. I'm up for 2.5 weeks straight because, you know, I'm on that fucking, the old school biker dope.
Yeah.
2.5 weeks straight, no sleep, no nothing. So when I'm in some of these stores, I'm hallucinating. I keep seeing cops' faces in the fucking, I'm still firing my gun off in the store. So anyway, I make it home. After all I make it home. And I started counting out my money because I was gonna go back to my connection. There was too much money, so I just grabbed the wad, put it in my pocket, headed right back out the door. I get halfway down the street, man, swatted it in. I got boxing all sides.
They took you down. Did you put up a fight, or you just put your hand up? What
Did,
year was this?
This is in 1990. But like, I had my gun in my waistband too. So when they told me to lay down, they told me to get on my knees, cross my legs, and then lay down on my stomach. But I didn't want to lay on my stomach. The gun I had that day, the safety was fucked up on it. So I went to go pull it out. And all you hear, I'll pull the trigger. He said, don't. I says, I'm throwing out my gun. As soon as I said that, a cop came behind me and cracked me with a book, and I said, bam! Laid me cold out.
You're lucky they didn't fucking shoot you, man.
They could.
These days they would have fucking turned you to Swiss cheese, man.
Of course they would.
You just robbed, going robbery and with the gun in your hand.
But even back then, come on now, that was some stupid goddamn shit.
And that's just all because you think, what? Because the drugs had you.
You know what's fucked up? I didn't get to spend one single goddamn penny of it.
So did you have no money at the time, and you were just like, I'm gonna go on a robbing spree, and I need money for drugs, or were you just fucked up and you're like, I'm just gonna rob people and get more money?
I lived in the halfway house, and I was getting Social Security. After I paid rent for the home, all I had was $70 left to myself, and that don't go far. I ran out of money. I was like, you know what? I need to come up. But that's my story.
And that was your first fuck up, huh?
And I'm done.
All right, man.
I'm exhausted.
Well, tune in tomorrow for the rest of his story, man. He's got a crazy fucking story.
Hey, thank you for letting me share.
Hey, no, thank you, man. Thanks for sharing, dude.
I've always wanted to put my shit out there.
Yeah, if you want later on, I'll record some shit.
Tonight,
I'll record it. Well, no.
I got it.
In the coming weeks, dude, when I see you around,
I'll be here. I'll be here.
Now that I know who you are. Here. Yeah, a lot of people that I see in this park always have some crazy ass stories, dude. Everyone has fucking crazy stories.
And on and on and on.
Yeah, man. You guys haven't even heard like 1/5 of what he told me. All right, man. Take it easy, bro. We'll get up out of here.
You be safe, man. Okay?
Hey, you too, man. Thanks for the entertainment, dude. The content.
Thank you, man.
We're gonna set you up on UFC X3, dude. You're gonna fight somebody.
I'll be there.
We'll try to figure it out so we can make some money, People donate, They donate. What they do is they set it up and they donate money. I don't get donations yet, but they donate money and then there'll be like a prize pool. It's just a matter of like someone needs to put it together.
Well, donate for me. You get a cut. You're my.
I don't want. I want you to have the money.
All right, brother.
All right, man.
I'm gonna crash, man. Looks like it's gonna be another cold night.
You need anything? You need anything like blankets, clothes, socks, shit like that? Huh?
I do need pants.
Pants?
Yeah, jeans.
What size are you?
Like 34.
34, like 30 or something? 32?
32. Anything.
Jeans?
Yeah.
What else? Like jacket?
No, I got all that.
Shirts? Nothing.
All that.
Socks?
I have that.
Yeah, socks. Pants? All right.
Good.
If I find some, I have a shitload of jeans. If I find some right now, I'll bring some
Wait,
back to you.
because I need a pair of. I've been wearing these before.
Those are like, what?
These are fucking.
Yeah, those are comfortable, dude. But you
Yeah,
need a
but-
double pair because it gets cold as fuck.
No,
bro.
it's not that. It's
What about a blanket?
I got plenty of them. I got plenty. Thank you.
I'll see what I have, man. Yeah, because you can't carry a shit.
Don't make
huh?
don't look go out of your way.
Oh, man. Because it is fucking cold out here, dude. All right, Psycho fucking signing out. Bumfight fucking legend.
Gone wild.
All right, man. I'll see you, dude. 36, you said? 36?
34 and up. I don't care.
34 and up. All right.
Thank you, brother.
All right. Thank you. Scuffed Eric Andre. What are the odds, bro? Yeah, I'm gonna go home. I was actually just cleaning my fucking shed out, and I did have a bunch of jeans there. What did you say again? 34 and up? I'm gonna get him some pants, dude, and bring them back to me. So that was Psycho from Bumfights. I was talking to that dude for a minute, dude. And I was like, he was telling me his whole life story. And told me that dude has a lot of shit going on, dude. He's got pancreatic cancer. You know, he was locked up in Folsom for all kinds of shit. Manslaughter. And that robbery, and after that he got a manslaughter. He said, you know what, I'll save that for the next interview. I'll let him tell his story, dude. I don't want to get shit wrong, or maybe he doesn't want his shit out, everything out there. Scuffed Eric Andre. He did kind of look like Eric Andre, huh? Gonna do more art stream again? Yeah, man. I mean, I would do it, but I don't think too many people like art streams. I'd do them like at midnight or something. The thing is, it's fucking too cold to be like painting, spray paint outdoors. I bought me like one of those cheap little oil paint kits from Ross with brushes and shit. So maybe I'll try doing on canvas indoor. I never paint on canvas. Was he on heroin or just meth? Yeah, this dude was on everything, dude. He said he's an alcoholic, a lifelong alcoholic, but when he did that robbery spree, he was on meth. But he said when he came out of prison, when he came out of Folsom, he's been on parole for like 10 years. And when he came out, he was addicted to heroin and shit. He was addicted inside. Yeah, and he was telling me a lot of prison stories and shit. I thought that's what we were going to get into, but he said he couldn't name names and shit. You know, he was telling me about shit like that went out down in there, you know? Or whatever. But he said he's probably gonna die too, like within a year. He has a pancreatic cancer and that shit. He said he beat it like a few years ago. He was clean for like a year or two, and then he came back. They basically told him he's probably gonna die. Like he just went and made a will and shit. That's why he was telling me all this shit. It was like, dude, you should record your story, your life story, dude. And he's like, yeah, I know I should, man. And then I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna just turn on the live stream if you're cool with it. And then right when I said that, he's like, yeah, I was on Bumfights, dude. I'm like, what the fuck? Bumfights? Like, dude, Bumfights is fucking legendary. World famous Bumfights. That dude's around though. Maybe I should I want to do like a GoPro and maybe just videotape and let him rant, or maybe even give him the camera and shit. That's what I should do. Let him record all this shit. But you kind of need somebody asking questions to get everything out of somebody, you know? You see, my interview skills need a little work, but I try to ask those hard-hitting questions, dude. My dad's been in rehab 19 times for heroin when he was addicted. Fuck, dude, 19. That's fucking a lot of times, dude. 19 times? Sorry to hear that. Is he clean? Not easy to see drug use takes over someone. Yeah, man, that shit happens to everybody, dude. That shit could happen to anybody, really. But heroin and meth, that's why you should never fuck with those drugs, dude. Like if you're an alcoholic or you got, you know, like addictive personality, dude, do not fuck with. You shouldn't even fuck with no Vicodin, no opiates, nothing like that. No fucking Adderall, nothing. No cocaine. Maybe you stick to weed or something. He's slowly dying from liver disease right now. Fuck, dude, that sucks. Liver from heroin usage? Actually, heroin is one of the cleanest drugs you could use. Like, as far as it does no real damage to the body. Like, if people clean up off of it, I mean, it ruins your life. And it does fuck people up, but it's not like meth, like, within like if you're on meth, within like a year, you have permanent brain damage and your organs fail and all this shit. But still, though, man, heroin is no joke, dude. Heroin is fucking... I could go on fucking addiction stories, dude. "19 times in and out of rehab, though. Were those times because you got put into the rehab? Were all those times because he wanted to go to rehab, or were those like court ordered? Because getting sober doesn't fucking work unless you really want it, you know? You need help, you need to get the help, but you gotta want it too. Like, the two things have to fucking coincide, you know? Like, you gotta really wanna get clean, and you gotta get some help. Do heroin in the army. He was on it for 25 years. Alright, man, I'll hit you up later, Trap Lord. Let's see if I got some pants here for this dude. Was he in Vietnam? Was he that old? I know in Vietnam the soldiers did a lot of fucking heroin, dude. "25 years of heroin use." Fuck, dude. So growing up during that shit probably fucked you all up. That's tough for like a little kid to grow up have your parents, addicted to drugs. My dad was an alcoholic when I was young and shit, dude, so... I mean, he wasn't like a rager, but he was just fucking always drunk. Not there, He was more like abstinent. But it fucks you up, dude, whether you admit it or not. It just fucks up your relationships and how you view the world, as a kid. That shit leaves pretty permanent effects, long-term shit. It's close to going though. Yeah, this dude SYCO was telling me about all the prison stories and like how they let out when they let out like the shot callers from I guess they used to have them in some shit called a shoe, where they're like on lockdown. They're like separate and they're on lockdown 23 hours a day, and they just don't interact with anybody. And he said when they were like drug use was rampant and shit when they were all like that, but once they let all the shot callers back into the general population, they cut back the usage of. They said no more speed for sure. No heroin, no speed. They outlawed all that shit themselves. Yeah, I used to see him barf in the bathroom for hours growing up. Yeah, that's from withdrawals. You already know, dude. Withdrawals. Yeah, man, you don't want to go through withdrawals, dude. I've been through that shit. I've been through that shit through just like Oxy and fucking Vicodin, dude. That shit's... I don't wish that shit on anybody, bro. When it's more about like, I don't know, it just feels so horrible to come off of it, It's like the worst anxiety in the world. Like looking forward to like, I don't know. I don't see why everybody doesn't kill themselves, dude. I would fucking kill myself if I had to go through like withdrawals off of heroin and shit again. Not again, but off of opiates or heroin, dude. That shit is not fun. Maybe going to a rehab. I did my shit cold turkey, dude. So there was a lot of suffering there. But also, like, when you call, if you don't have if you don't have insurance, dude, the wait for trying to get into like a rehab is fucking forever, dude. You see like all these commercials like in TV, like, oh, come get help, do this, well, look at our success rate, all this, but it's like those places are like $50,000, dude. That's just for rich kids to get clean. So when you're really trying to get clean and shit, it's hard, dude. I think it's actually probably better if you hit rock bottom and you get locked up and go to jail, where there's actually programs and rehab in jail. You're like forced into it. Trying to do that shit on the street by yourself, dude, is it's a nightmare, dude. The thing is, like, your body grows accustomed. I don't know, with your dad, it's just, you don't feel regular at all until you have you gotta stay high all the time just to feel like I don't know. It's like living in a fucking hell, dude. I'm sure. Just for my shit, I wasn't too deep into that shit, but I could imagine. I can only imagine 25 years on heroin. You know, your body and your mind just. I don't know. It's like a roller coaster, dude. I'm sure the heroin just makes you feel so good for such a short amount of time, and then it's just like a fucking roller coaster down, you know. And you got to just keep getting more and more and more, and then eventually the people are just getting high to get high, so they don't get fucking sick. But you're not enjoying it. It's like a fucking miserable existence, dude. It's misery. But the good thing is, if you get through all that shit, heroin and opiates, they don't cause a permanent damage, you know? I feel like they do cause, like, they cause you to be, like, more depressed when you get clean and shit, because you just, because you're used to, like, the reason you get addicted to fucking opiates and heroin is because the feeling is so good, you know? The high is so good. It's like, especially in the beginning, it's like, you know, it cures everything, dude. It's a cure-all super drug. It really is, dude. Like, if there was no withdrawals from fucking, there was not a buildup of tolerance or withdrawals from opiates or heroin, the whole world would be on that shit, dude. The whole world would be taking that shit fucking 24 hours a day. That's how, like, in China and the opium dens and shit, like, people used to just, they still do, man. There's, like, workers that they work all day, but to keep them working, they're addicted to heroin. They smoke opium. Anyways, enough of the depressing drug talk. But that shit comes with the territory, dude. What's up with you guys? Is anybody still? I think my fucking chat froze up again, dude. If you're fucking watching, press 1. I didn't plan on streaming because of the RV trip and all that shit, dude. So. But I ran into Mr. SYCO. Any dude that introduces himself as SYCO, I was like, he's like, hey man, my name's SYCO. I was like, oh shit. A homeless dude named SYCO. I was like, dude, that's kind of intimidating. All right? And he's like, no. Don't get the wrong idea. It's like, any guy named SYCO, you might get the wrong idea. He seemed like a nice guy, though, dude. It's just, people do stupid shit when they're on drugs, man. They're not the same person, dude. There's a lot of, they still got to pay the consequences, but, like, say even, you know, like your dad, I mean, you got to learn to just forgive him. And I know it's hard, dude. It's fucking hard to have your parents like that. I can only imagine shit, dude. But, like, being angry or being sad over it or something, it's not going to accomplish anything, you know? Like it's always going to be like that, and there's always a part of it, but you got to just, I think you have to just fucking try to move on, you know? Just, you got to live your life as best as you can. And realize, like, you can't control other people, dude. You have no, you know? Other people's decisions, they affect you, but you can't affect, like, you can't change their decision. You can't change other people's behavior and shit, dude. And, like, you could judge them and everything. It's alright to be angry and shit at people, but Like, I would be angry at, like, my dad when I was younger and shit, but eventually you just realize, like, hey, dude, you can't fucking change the person, you know what I mean? And, like, everything that's happened has already happened, and you can't use that shit as an excuse, or, you know what I mean? You're gonna sit around and resent or be angry for the rest of your life and shit. It's like it's still always there, but eventually you just have to, like, accept it. I don't know. Accepting things as they are is, like, that's kind of like a big fucking breakthrough for me and shit, you know? What up? My chat's fucking frozen real quick. This shit's frozen, dude, so I'm just gonna turn it off, man. I'll hit you guys up later. I'll try to stream again in a little bit. But once the chat is frozen, it's like, you don't know. I don't even know if anybody's watching or if anyone's typing, so it's kind of hard. The last thing here says, was Michelle Renee Art. I used to see him in the bathroom for hours growing up. That was the last thing I could read on my fucking screen, dude. Alright, man. Till next time, we'll have more interviews with SYCO and his buddies.